little space.
Little space. You close the door and you have your own.
Your father.
Yes, just you and your father.
Yeah, I'm definitely a victim of systematizing my
Okay.
relationship with
With
God.
God,
Like,
yeah.
9 o'clock, it's time to pray. But now that you say it's a relationship, and
There's nothing wrong with a systematic plan of, okay, at this time I'm praying, at this time. There's nothing wrong with it, but it shouldn't be, just
rigid.
it shouldn't be just a fixed time with God. That okay, I want to speak with Him when I'm praying.
Sure. So it should be an
ongoing thing,
conversation,
ongoing conversation. You can have a conversation. No one else has to know that you're having a conversation with God.
It's you and Him.
It's you and Him.
Yeah.
I'm speaking, just you and Him. So it's just a private conversation that I'm having just with you and me. That's it.
I'm learning now, because I systematize. I don't want to lie. I'm like that girl who will be like, okay, and you're saying it's not bad.
No, it's
but
not.
How beautiful would it be to just wake up in the morning and good morning, Holy Spirit, and you guys now are talking, like as you go in the cab, as you are showering, as you're going about your day, you're just fellowship. Now I'm reminded that Adam fellowshipped with God in the cool of the day. So they were in constant, communication.
Now it's 4:00. God, it's the cool of the day. The sun is almost going down, and He comes into the garden, and they fellowship. That's the thing. Weren't you saying the other day? I think I remember I saw your status about, I don't know where you were going, when you said you got dressed and everything, and the Holy Spirit was right there watching you while you finished getting dressed, and He asked you, are you really going to go out looking like
is that really your plan today? And he actually does speak. He's like watching you,
what you're doing. And it is a beautiful relationship if you actually have that with, even the little things is just dressing.
Even the little insignificant things.
Yes, the things that you think are insignificant, as in you don't need God for that.
Sure.
But He's there for every little thing, for every little step that you have. He is there. He wants to know you intimately. He wants to have fellowship with you. He wants to have that intimate with you. So every little thing, even me, sometimes when I'm eating, He's like, I thought you were on a diet. What is going on?
What's going on?
He just says, are you really going to eat all that?
And you can feel it that, okay. So how do you maintain that? Like, how do you, because you're married, you are a mom, you're also working, like there's so many, how do you maintain your relationship?
Like I say, it's an ongoing friendship. It's like, it's just the same way you maintain your relationship with the husband, just the same way as you maintain a relationship with your friends. That's just the same way you maintain your relationship with God. It's a constant thing. It's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
We
complicate things.
We do like to complicate things, but it is so simple.
Sure.
It is so simple. All He wants you to do is just lean on Him, on everything. Come as you are, but you don't remain the same. When you encounter God, you don't remain the same. People misuse. They misuse it when they say, come as you are. When you encounter God, when He comes into you, He transforms you. Everything about you changes.
Not something.
And it's a process. It's a process. It's not something that just happens overnight. It is a process, it's a process that you actually need to maintain.
Sure. Dad often says, as you behold, you become.
You become, exactly.
As you behold, you become. And the more you behold, the more you become.
Exactly.
The transformation is taking place.
And so all these people that come to church and say, they're wearing... they're not decency. Decency.
Qualities of a godly woman.
Qualities of a godly woman. Decency.
Sure.
You have to have that quality. As in you cannot be found to also be, in the same category as people of this world. It cannot.
And we are compromising when it comes to
exactly.
that. As you know,
this come as you are thing. Oh Lord, it's getting on my nerves. Because you would not wear a miniskirt or
a crop
top or this revealing things when you go into an interview. I've heard many pastors talk about that. You would not wear it like that when you're going into an interview. You find someone who goes into an interview, they are smartly dressed to the T. But we us in the church are supposed to compromise for when you come to church, come as you are, as they say, come as you. So why didn't you go as you are when you went for an interview? Why didn't you go? Because you know that there are set boundaries, there are rules. There's a way that you need to conduct yourself. You need to present yourself. So why can't we do that for our Creator? And the Bible even tells us that when the priests went into the Holy of Holies, into the temple, he told them how to dress. So he has standards as well. He has standards when it comes to dressing. So this whole come as you are nonsense that people are coming up with, so that you can still remain in the world, it is shameful. It is very shameful. Because if I ask you, would you wear that to an interview? Someone will tell you no, because it's an interview.
It's an interview, but when it comes to church,
we have an excuse because God says He loves us the way we are. That was before you were saved. Now you are saying you are saved, so we should see the fruits of this.
The fruit. Qualities of a godly
fruits. Yes,
must speak for you. Your dressing speaks for you. You know, with the dressing, I think it has become quite a controversial
topic
because it's even in our space. I'm an educator by profession, by the grace of God. The dressing. It's how do we? You just spoke about modesty. You just spoke about how we dress and how in the holies of holies there were specifications on how women dress. Why is it important
it's not
to
even
dress?
Women we're talking about.
Men.
This is men. The priests were all men, and men were told specifically how to dress, so that you do not. I'm looking for this word. So you do not desecrate the holy place. So if God can tell the priests how to dress, what more you going to church? Your pastor cannot tell you how to dress. And then you come out and say, no, Mfundis Lona, he's got a problem. No, he doesn't have a problem. You're coming into a holy place where you're going to meet the presence of God. And you are dressed as if you're going to a nightclub. You are dressed as if you're going into the streets. How then do you expect the presence of God
to be present?
To be present in a place like that? When you're dressed as if you're going out for prostitution. Even the women that we find on the pulpit today, modesty. Do not turn the hearts of the men that come to church away from God. Because now they are looking at how you're dressed. And they're not there
as much as they're concerned.
Exactly.
This is the same.
They weren't there for a service.
But when they got there,
what are we seeing? Everything. We can see your beginning and from your end. Everything is out there for everyone to see. No modesty. Leave some things to the imagination, for goodness sake. You don't need to show everything out. Leave some
imagination.
Dignity. We should have some dignity, and respect for the presence of God. You cannot stand on a pulpit, on the altar of God, dressed anyhow, and you expect the presence of God to actually be in that place. How disrespectful is that?
You're just doing as it's a beautiful thing that you mentioned, that It's honor. It comes back to honor.
It is.
It's honor.
It is.
And also, I'm thinking of more qualities of a godly woman. As you're speaking, I'm being reminded of the qualities. Even how we speak as women.
We are given it says that she has grace that is filled in her speech.
Hey.
And it also says that she is a wisdom's friend. So what you say, should also speak life. When we speak that she has grace filled in her speech, her speech carries healing. It carries comfort. You just don't speak anyhow.
Oh no.
Because you remember that the Bible also says the tongue has the power to build and to destroy. So you have to be considerate of the way you speak. So a godly woman, her speech says it all. You don't need to be told what type of a person she is, but the way she speaks, it tells you the type of person that she is. So all this, that when people ask you what do you bring to the table, beauty is nothing, because beauty fades. It fades. So if your speech does not command grace, if
That's good.
If your speech does not also command wisdom, then what are you?
What are you doing with your mouth?
What is your use? The use of your mouth. We've got women now that tell you that they don't want to work. A man is supposed to provide for everything. Where in the Bible does it say that? Where in the Bible? Because they say that the husband is the one who has to provide. Now I'm just supposed to sit home and do nothing. It does not say that. Because if we look at Proverbs 31, right, from verse 10, right, it speaks about a virtuous woman.
Yes.
It tells us the qualities of a woman. And it does not tell you she's a slay queen. All that she ever does is just put on makeup and look good. No. It doesn't tell you that at all. It tells you how she should conduct herself. And it tells you that what in the way that she should conduct her behavior, her speech, her husband loves her even more. He cherishes her because she makes him proud. To be, men want women where, they can flaunt out there.
Yeah, sure.
It's
not just flaunt your beauty, but
not just exactly. Not just flaunt your beauty, because in a couple of years we won't be talking about beauty anymore. After you have the first, the second, the third child, I will be talking what happened to that beauty. But after that outer beauty, the inner beauty shows up. If you have all those qualities, you have that gentle strength in you. You have that loving service, You give out your arms to the needy. You always be that person to help up someone who's less privileged than you. Your words speak volume, about who you are. It builds people up. Those are the qualities of a godly woman. You don't need someone to actually tell you what type of a person they are. Even if they are the most ugliest woman that you ever, but because of that inner beauty and all those godly qualities that they have, they are more beautiful than any of those beautiful women out there, because they carry all those things, all those godly qualities in them, and that makes the person beautiful from the inside and out.
I'm thinking, there's so many things that I'm thinking at the moment. I'm just thinking of, the importance, firstly, of mentorship. Having someone to embody those qualities for you. I'm also thinking of society, the state in which we find ourselves. We have a lot of women who have lost their gentleness, who have lost that because I don't know, I don't want to say daddy issues, but there's so many things that have happened
exactly,
that have
chipped
forced
away
you
all
into
those things. Yeah,
like they've taken away your gentleness. Like, you know, the traumas have like almost kind of stole, and we see the destruction of the enemy just coming to steal what makes us women, which is the gentleness of our tongue. But you know,
when a woman's gentleness becomes that, I think the problem with us women, we don't forgive.
oh,
You know, the problem that we have, forgiveness is you know, that we don't really know how to forgive. You know, because the way God made us, He made us to be, you know, emotional creatures. We feel with our emotions. So when our emotions get hurt, we become bitter. You know, and if we don't have that support, you know, that help that we need to tell you that you need to forgive all these things so that you can heal. So if there's no healing, it becomes bitterness. You know, your heart becomes hard, you become bitter and everything. That person, when you see that bitterness in them, it just didn't grow overnight.
sure.
You know, it's because they've been holding these things in. They never healed from all the hurt. You know, that is what I'm saying, that it is good for you to have a relationship with God. You know, because you can never really trust men. You know, because they will always disappoint you.
Yeah.
But when you have a relationship with God, He will show up for you every single time.
Oh.
He will show up in the messiest situation. He's there. He will comfort you. So if you have that relationship, you know, you are able to heal. Because the way we heal as women is we vent.
Yeah.
By venting out, you know, all that anger, you know, all that resentment, that's how we heal. So if you have a person that you can vent to, someone that you can talk to, you know, it helps.
It helps.
And forgiveness also helps. Because if you keep holding on to that thing, it will be turning you into a very miserable and bitter person.
Sure. Forgiveness.
It is not for them. It is for you. It's for you to help you heal from all those wounds that they inflicted on you. So when you forgive them, you unburden yourself from all those that resentment that you have for them. You know, just forgive them.
Yo, it's very prophetic. I'm just like
You have people that are still holding on to grudges. You know, for people that died long back, and they still have that bitterness in them that, you know what, this person did. No, it's still eating you, and it turns you into
something,
you know,
that you're not.
Exactly.
Hey,
and it opens doors to all these, you know, resentment, anger. These are spirits.
Hey.
So when you're not you don't forgive anyone, you know, you're opening doors for these spirits to come in.
Hey. To be made manifest,
Yes.
Lord, help us. I think that you know, forgiveness can really change the posture of your heart.
Yes,
it takes
does.
away your gentleness. It takes away your qualities. It makes you something that you're not.
Yeah.
You don't even resemble the qualities
of God anymore.
If anything, God is a forgiver. He forgives and He forgets.
And He forgets.
He washes them. He doesn't even.
How are we compared to God? How many things has He forgiven us from? What have we done?
You're failing to
How
forgive
many
your
sins?
sins.
Exactly. How many sins have we committed,
Oh,
yet
help
God
us.
still loves us and forgives us everything, of everything,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So how then can you not forgive?
Yet call yourself a
Call
Christian
yourself
and
a Christian, yes, and a godly woman.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, it's not for them, it's for you. It is for you, because when you forgive them, when you forgive someone, right, for what they did to you, right, you are taking away that power that they have over you. You know, you're freeing yourself from their power, because when you are still resentful, you're still under their power. But now their lives are going on, you know, and with no thought of you at all. But you are still holding on to that resentment, and it holds you back from a lot of things that God wants to bless you in your life. Because unforgiveness, ne? It leads to your prayer falling into onto
Dry ground. It's not. You can't pray.
You can't pray when you're resentful, when you are unforgiving. What are you praying for?
What are you praying for? I'm just. It's like. It's the things that are in our hearts that begin to reflect in what we do, in our behavior. If you're harboring unforgiveness. You're chipping on your gentleness. You're chipping on those qualities that make you a godly woman.
And you are chipping away from God blessing you. Because blessings and resentment and anger, they don't go well together. They won't go together. How can I bless you when you're still angry? You're still resentful. Your heart is filled with animosity and rage. And how then will God bless you?
You're not even in a state to receive what you are praying for. Because then, I think about it, you haven't forgiven someone, you pray, and then God blesses you. You won't even enjoy where you are because there's this thing in your heart that's stealing your joy. Actually, unforgiveness steals our joy.
Yeah, it does.
It steals our joy.
It does. Because instead of you looking forward to something else, you're busy thinking about this person. He did me wrong. He hurt me, and all these things, and you're not enjoying that peace of mind, that joy that you're supposed to have in your life. Because you're still holding on to this person, what they did to you 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But now their life is going on. They are happy and
they are nice. It's just a good time.
And you're still bringing up what you did, 10, 15 years ago. And this person has even forgotten about you.
Doesn't think about
exactly.
You are a distant thought. And there's This I think this brings us to our final question. But I think as we were talking, we answered the question, to the woman who's like struggling with her identity, and with the world proposing so many things like transgender. What gender? Like with the world coming, with
the world, this confusion that we have now. It's like the devil is trying to get rid of women altogether.
Yeah, you swear that he's on a
mission to destroy the woman. Yeah, it is, because we can see now. I mean, like, we've got men fighting to have the same rights as women. It's like he's trying to distort the plan of God as in what a woman is. We are now fighting with men. I mean, like, seriously.
Why are we
fighting? We're fighting with men now, as in society apparently doesn't know what a woman is. We've got doctors now that tell you that men can get pregnant. And I'm busy thinking, how is that possible?
How is that?
If a man now can give birth, the very design that God made a man and a woman to be totally different. Now you're telling us, no, God was wrong in the way he made men and female. Now we are coming up as
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
I think
and what actually angers me more is the church is actually quiet on these things.
The church is silent.
They have, I don't know. I think this fear has actually come into most churches now. They've got this fear of what they call being cancelled now. If you go against the trans movement, you are cancelled. Remember, we are not of this world.
Yeah.
We are set apart from this world. So even if they come in, they make noise, we shouldn't be moved by that. We shouldn't be moved at all, because we know the truth. And God is going to hold us accountable for that. You knew the truth.
You knew the truth.
Exactly.
And you chose otherwise.
But you knew the truth.
You
knew the truth. It's not like someone who doesn't know. No. That, please, I was ignorant. But you knew. You know. Sure. And most churches are turning a blind eye now.
Sure.
And it's like this topic that everyone avoids. You know?
Yeah.
As in, what is a woman? A woman is a female that God created with a womb inside.
Yeah.
They've got ovaries. It does not matter if they are said to be barren, but their purpose, them being barren, was because the devil came in and blocked, manipulated the purpose that God had for them. It does not make them less of a woman just because the person cannot give birth. It doesn't make them less of a woman. That's what the trans movement is coming up now. Because they're saying, but we have women that cannot give birth.
So now they're
distorting every. Yes, they're trying to find a way to discredit what a woman is. You know, just because a woman, the devil came in and blocked her womb doesn't mean that she's less of a woman.
Yeah.
That's what she is naturally. That's what she was created to be. A woman, a human being with a womb, with ovaries, with a. Okay, let me not say it.
But you know,
with that, yes, that was given to a woman, not that is going to be cut and put in. No. That with a woman was born with.
Yeah.
You know, the you know, when we okay, let me just say it, a vagina.
Okay.
You know, a woman was born with a womb and a place where a child can come out from. You know, so you cannot tell me a trans woman can give birth now. How? One, they do not have a womb. Two, they do not have that specific opening where a child is supposed to pass through. How then can you come out as scientists and tell me that a trans woman can get pregnant? Because you need that womb, you need the ovaries, you need the eggs, you need the egg and the sperm to merge so it can create life.
Yeah. Society is just, and you know what, I'm so glad that this is a platform where we can talk about these things without
exactly.
shame, without trying to push some kind of cancel I think the church needs to be bold. We need to talk about these things. There's so many young girls who need to be trained, who need assistance, who are going through identity crisis. I think we all somehow in our lives actually come to that point where you're struggling with your identity, asking yourself countless questions about who you are, whose you are, and what do you do? Like, you are here now, and what now? But I think it's very important that you have someone to walk the journey with you, someone who has walked a mile, someone who has been through what you are yet
That's why it
through.
says the older women should come and train the younger one, because they've been through all that. You need someone who's been through all those experiences, someone who's, you know, passed through, and it's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
There's nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing new under the sun. You get born. You're born. You go through, you become an infant, you become a toddler, you know, you become a preschooler, you become, you know, a teenager, you become an adolescent. It's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
Everyone has gone through that. So you need someone who's been through that to mentor you. Someone who's the same age as you cannot mentor you because they haven't been through that.
Peers.
Yeah, we are peers.
Yeah.
You know, we are still going through that struggle and he's together. So we cannot mentor each other. You need someone who's already been through that, passed through that. You know, they've experienced it. So they actually have a better advice for you on how to navigate on becoming a woman than your peers. Your peers, we are still both having fun.
We just but you know what, thank you very much, Ms. Peter.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. I think we're in safe hands. I know we're in safe hands, and I'm so glad that we get to walk this journey as young women, as older women, and grow closer to God first.
Exactly,
Because that's the mandate of Kavana. You know, bringing the hearts,
The
of,
hearts
girls
of girls, the
back
hearts
to
of-
God
Yes.
and embodying those qualities that make us women. You know, if you're young, if you're old, wherever you are in your journey of womanhood, this is the place to be. Every Monday on Mentorship Mondays. Thank you very, very, very
Thank
much.
you.
We'll see you next week. We
May
love
the
you.
God bless you throughout the week.
And may it be well with you, and we'll see you. Please don't forget to questions, anything that you want Mrs. Peterson to answer, please drop them on the comment section just down here and bring your questions, even the uncomfortable ones, the ones that you can't
That
ask
you
your
can't ask
mom,
your mother.
you know.
That's what we are here for.
Yeah, so thank you very much. God bless.